Welcome to DIYEasyCrafts.com, how to make a ship-in-a-bottle yacht replica. Now, ship-in-a-bottles can be made in a variety of different sizes and shapes and designs, from fully rigged ships and schooners to these little motorcraft or yachts. The technique for making them can be found in a book called Shipwreck in a Bottle by Daniel Berg, and it's available on Amazon.com. And it details the entire process of building any of these different style ship-in-a-bottles. The one that we're going to show you today is a replica of a yacht. These are fairly easy because they don't have any rigging or sails. Basically, it's not a kit. You start with any block of wood, usually pine, something that's soft and easy to work with. You cut out the basic shape, and then you start to form that shape. Now, I like to use a Dremel grinder to sand it and grind it into the size. You then carve out the different decks so that each piece fits through the neck of the bottle, and the entire assembly can be put back together once it's inside the bottle. Details like the hand railings can be fashioned out of wire. You do need some small drills and some paintbrushes, but really it's just wood, paper, some wire, and that's about it. Details like the portholes are just printed from a computer printer and then glued onto the hull. And once the ship is actually built, and it's all built outside of the bottle, then we're going to show you the process of getting it into the bottle. So this is the finished cabin cruiser or yacht. I'm going to start by adding some white silicone to the artificial sea, which I already poured. That was an epoxy casting resin. And then I've rigged each one of the component pieces into a harness that was created just with thread. And this way, this particular bottle happens to be a vertical display. I can lower that hull into the bottle and have some control over where it lands. Again, each piece fits nicely through the neck of the bottle, and this is going to land right into that wet white silicone. That silicone is going to hold the shipping bottle in place, and it's also going to simulate some of the white caps or the waves coming off of this motor cruiser as it sails along. I'm going to press the hull down firmly into that silicone just with a tool fashioned from a bent coat hanger. And once I'm satisfied with that, we can work on rigging the next piece. And this is the cabin or forecastle of the cabin cruiser. I drilled a small hole through it, and then again rigged it into a harness with some thread. I also added a couple of drops of Elmer's glue to the hull, which is already in the bottle, so that when this piece lands on top of it, it will actually be held in place once that glue dries by the Elmer's glue. And once it's in position, you can remove those threads. And it's always good to push it down, and you can manipulate exactly where it sits on the hull. And it's starting to take shape now. This particular model has one more deck, which is the upper steering station. Again, a little bit of Elmer's glue. And I put that on again with that same coat hanger fashioned tool. A couple drops is all it takes. And then that upper deck or the steering station, complete with radar and flags, even a radio antenna, is all going to be lowered right down through the neck of the bottle. This one's a little bit of a tight fit. Once it's in position, again, you can use that coat hanger just to manipulate it around a little bit so that it's sitting exactly the way that you want it to. Once all the pieces are in the bottle and the little yacht is reassembled, it's really just a matter of setting it aside for a day, letting all of that glue dry and the silicone dry, and that's basically it. A very easy to do it yourself, ship in a bottle. And again, I highly recommend the book Shipwreck in a Bottle by Daniel Berg, available on Amazon.com. Here's a couple images of the finished product, which will be proudly displayed on the owner's mantle. Please check us out on the web at DIYEasyCrafts.com. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos. And if you like this video, I ask that you please subscribe to this YouTube channel.